So in this 1 hour demo session, uh, we have divided into two halves. So first half will be the cloud, AWS cloud and cloud technology, and second half will be DevOps. All right. Please feel free. Right. So it's just like a normal session, how you have your Teams call or just a normal session. You can ask any doubt right on the call. If you facing any audio issues, you can just put it on the chat, all your questions. My team will assist you. Right. So we have someone from our team who will reply to you. All right. So let us start the session. This is Adil here. I totally have 7 plus of IT industry experience where I'm working as a lead cloud security. My day-to-day work involves in handling the issues of cloud security, right? So, as you know, all everything is running on cloud, right? People who are working on cloud, they don't know much about security, right? So I'll be guiding them. I'll be deploying some policies, making some automation, right? So completely purely on cloud. So I know day to day scenario what all the problems they are facing, what are the security issues or compliance issues they are facing related to cloud, right? So I closely work with them. So yeah, that is my experience. Then that's my introduction. So I believe I'll be the best guy to guide you guys, to teach you guys about AWS cloud and about his real time scenarios. That's very important, right? So you can learn cloud anywhere because we have lot many resources, right? You have chat gpt, you have YouTube, right? You have many other things, right? Everywhere you will get it. Then why you guys need to join, why you guys need to enroll for our institute, right? That you will get to know at the end of the uh, this session. All right. So let us start. Please feel free. If you don't understand, if you don't get anything, stop me and ask me any question. All right. So let me share my screen and start the session.
Adil, just a minute. So before you start the session, so can all of you just tell a brief intro about just your name and like if you are working, like which domain you are working, just 1 2 lines. What's your name? Where you are from? And if you're working, just tell your company name and the domain. Like say if I'm a Java developer, so hi, this is Naveen. I'm a Java developer. I'm from Hyderabad. So if you're a fresher, you can tell you like what is your specialization? Is it BSc or BTech or BCom? So just 1 2 lines. Okay. So okay, can we start with Akhilesh? Akhilesh Gaurav?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Akhilesh Guru. I have completed my BE in electrical and electronics,
Mm-hmm.
and right now I am fresher. Just now I completed it.
So you're from Akhilesh?
I am from Chikkodi, Belgaum, Karnataka.
Karnataka. Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Akhilesh. Akshay? Akshay, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was on mute. Hi, myself Akshay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I am from civil background, but currently I'm working in IT sector only in a startup as a junior DevOps and support role.
Okay, so how much experience do you have in
I have I have 2 years of experience.
2 years experience? Where you are from, Akshay?
I'm from Raichur, but currently in Bangalore only.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay, thank you. Banu?
Banu is part of our team.
Fine,
Banu and Shazi are part of our team.
fine, fine. Okay. Deekshit?
Hey everyone, this is Deekshit. I'm from Bangalore Rural. So currently I'm working as a software testing engineer, QA engineer. I have 3 plus years of experience, and yeah, thank you.
3 plus. Great, great. Okay, thank you, Deekshit. Obo? Obo, can you hear me? You're on mute. Fine. Mohammed?
Yeah. So I'm working as a technical lead now. I have nearly 5 plus years of experience in IT industry.
Mhm.
So I'm from Calicut, Kerala.
In which domain, Mohammed?
I'm mostly in JS, like Node.js, React, and React Native.
React Native.
Yeah, that different stack.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Pawan?
Hi Naveen, good afternoon.
Good
I
afternoon.
have I'm from Rajahmundry. I have 2 years of experience in Windows system admin.
Fine, fine. Okay, thank you. Sunil?
Sunil is a part of our team, Navin.
Vishwajit is also
No, 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 no.
Vishwajit.
Yeah, yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Vishwajit Kumar. I am from Belgaum. I am recently passed out student from KLS Gupta Institute of Technology, Belgaum.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which specialization, Vishwajit?
Triple E,
Triple E.
Electrical and Electronics.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you so much, everyone, for your brief introduction. So
yeah.
thanks,
Thank you.
Adil, for your time. Adil, like you can, yeah,
Yep.
take over.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. Let me share my screen. All right. So can you guys see my screen? Please confirm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Uh, to start with, I know we have some freshers, we have some professionals here in this batch, right? So anyone it could be. So I want to start with telling you guys, okay, you need to know these three things, okay, irrespective of any job you do, wherever you go. So always uh, have answer for this, all right? So first question is what, second question is why, and third question is how. All right. So now in this institute our basic our main intention is just to not to, okay, just take the money, train them and leave them. No, our main intention is before you joining this thing, you guys should be clear whatever in thing, whatever in your in your day-to-day job, whatever it is, please always have answer for this. All right. So let's say we'll start with the cloud only, right? First you guys need to know, you guys need to understand what is cloud. All right. What is cloud? And second thing is why you guys need to learn the cloud. All right. Why is it, why you guys came here, what made you to come here? You might have got so reference from your friends, from your family, or your questions are clear, right? So you should know how you will learn the technology. All right. So always excuse me, always you guys should be clear about it, what, why, and how. The guy who is clear about this, he will be great at what he does. All right. You do any job, right? You guys will be great at what you do. Please always have a clear answer, even if you're working as a developer, tester, any domain, right? Always know what is the technology, why you are working in technology, and how you will grow in that technology. All right. So now in this session I will give you clear answer, what is cloud, why you need to learn, what is the future of it, and how you will learn, and what all we have designed, how our course is designed, that you will get to know. All right. So first thing is we'll start with what is cloud. uh, Already a few people we have working profession and they already know. All right. And we have few fresher also, just you know recap session for the professionals, you guys can just concentrate. Okay. This is for someone who doesn't know what is cloud. All right. So very simple example I'll give you. Okay. Very simple example I'll give you. So uh, you guys have phone, right? So you everyone has Android phone, if you have iPhone. So the phone is divided into like a two parts, right? So uh, all your things, right, all your things previously before the cloud storage, before thing, every all the photos you have, you used to maintain by yourself, if you guys remember. So every time you used to buy some memory card with higher GB, right, you used to delete few photos, right? So all you had to do everything. All right. But after the after introduction of the Google Drive storage and iPhone cloud storage, right, so what happened is all your photos has moved into cloud storage. Correct. So now what is your responsibility, or what you are doing? You are only paying for it monthly. Okay, monthly you are just paying like a subscription. But cloud, your cloud drive, Google Cloud Drive is taking care of all your photos. Even if your phone, even if you change your phone, even if you lost your phone, right? Even if you want to switch to new phone, you do anything, the cloud will make sure all your photos are maintained properly in the cloud virtually, right? Virtually, you don't have to do anything. You just pay them. Now you don't have to worry about anything about the storage issues, right? Because everything are moved into cloud, right? You know this concept, right? Similar way, guys. Similar way, your even in the IT cloud works in the similar way. So what used to happen before is, let's say any company, Deloitte, Accenture, right? Any big companies. So before the introduction of cloud, they have to take care of their data centers. Okay, just giving this thing, they have to take care of the data centers, scalability, I mean increasing and downsizing, and and they need to have a separate forecasting team, right? They used to have separate team where they'll forecast for next year. What should we plan for our budget for our data center, for our storage? How much will increase? What if the user increases? What if the application increases? How will we manage? All right. And then they have to take care of all the other liabilities, networking part. We make sure all the, okay, all those things they have to take care. The company people only used to take care, and while taking care of this, they need to take care of the project as well, which they are running.
Adil, just a second. Can you please allow people they are waiting in the lobby? So can you please allow them?
Also, can we record the session?
Right now the session is not, we are not recording, but we will give you the all the important docs, Manoj.
Adil, I kept for recording in other application.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sunil. Yeah. We'll continue to the topic what we are discussing. Okay. So we were talking about how the cloud technology has helped the IT organization, right? So we were talking about the Accenture company, right? So they used to take care, right? Everything. They used to take care of everything, and they need to run the project as well. All right. So these were the challenges which they had. Now I gave you the example of your phone, right? How the photos are moved into cloud. Similar way, same way, after introduction of cloud, what these people are doing is, the Accenture people or anything, they moved all these into cloud. Okay, that is your AWS, Azure. Now these guys will take care of your all the data center, your storage, how much storage you want. You just pay us, we'll give you. And they'll take care of their networking, they'll take care of the availability. You don't have to worry about at all cloud will take care. You only worry about your project, that's it. Okay, how you deploy the code, how you build it, containerization, microservices, you just take care of the technology, you build it. Whatever it is required, we will take it, just same like your phone, what the example I gave you, right? So you just click a photo, upload to the drive, you change the phone, even if your phone damage, everything cloud will take it, right? Same way. That is the power of cloud technology, right? So all the platform which you required, right? Let it could be data center, storage, networking, availability, region, backup, new advanced services, AI services, all we are providing. You just sit and run your project, take care of your project. So because of this, because of these things, now projects are moving faster. Earlier, before the cloud technology, if they, just for example, if they were taking 30 days to complete one project, now they're able to do it in 15 days. Because of this, the efficiency and the rate of deployment of the project has increased, along with the security, along with security as well. That, so you are getting everything in lesser cost. This is the reason all are moving into cloud. All are moving into cloud. Not moving, I would say, almost 95% companies. Okay, now you don't get any migration project anywhere, you don't get as any opening for migration engineer, very rare. All are into cloud only now. Okay, so you guys understood the cloud technology here, what was the IT before cloud and what happened after introduction of cloud. Any doubt here, guys?
No, no, all fine.
Okay, perfect, good. So now you guys have questions, right? So how it, okay, they are moving into cloud. What is that I have to deal? What is I need to do? All right. So what happens is, now I'll give you just a small example. Now we have a developer here who has 10 years of experience, and we have one more developer here who has 5 years of experience. This 5 years experience developer, he knows some advanced tool. However, this 10 years of experience developer, he doesn't know advanced tool, but he's good in his experience. He doesn't know any advanced tool. When you give them any one particular task, right? So what they've observed is, same task, uh, same task. This 10 years of experience developer, he used to do it in 10 days. Okay, just give you example. This 5 years, even though he has less experience, he was able to do it in 5 days. Why is it so? Because of this advanced skill set he had. I know experience is important. Along with the experience, the advanced skill set is required. This advanced skill set is what we call it as cloud technology, the cloud skill set. Since everything is running on the cloud, if you learn the cloud skill set, right, you are able to finish the work faster. That is why everywhere the openings, and if you go to any job, wherever you go, irrespective of your domain, let's say if you are a developer, tester, SAP engineer, cybersecurity, networking guy, all right, any fresher, irrespective of your domain, they want cloud skill set. All right. So it's up to you. After the end of this course, like, you guys can decide whether you want to continue in your own domain. You can continue with, along with the cloud skill set, you will get good promotion. Or if you want to switch domain to cloud, that also you can do. Okay, so in the cloud you have a lot of jobs which you will know at the end of the course. Naveen will explain you what and all jobs you guys can aim into after completion of course. All right. So that is why every company needs a guy in his any domain to know the cloud technology. All right. So let us this is the I wanted to tell you guys about the cloud technology. Now there is just a small presentation. I'll just take only 5 minutes. Okay. uh, I want you guys to know what will be the future jobs in 2025. How cloud, okay, guys, I'm part of CSA member, right? So I do attend the trainings, and also whatever the insights I get about the future technology, future jobs, that I'm giving you, right? So you rarely get these kind of exposure. So I just want to give you guys uh, how will be the future, right? If you learn cloud, what will be the future of it? Okay, just 2 minutes, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so you guys are able to see my screen, I believe. So how the cloud technology is going to boom into 2025, please be aware of it. All right. So in coming 2025, these are the main landscape or the jobs which they might open, not might, already it has opened. They need a guy on these technologies. Okay. So what is it? One is the multi-cloud, right? So now companies, people were already taking advantage of it, right? So we are using both the clouds, even the AWS and the Azure, sometimes GCP as well, right? So in order to have that smooth performance, they need a guy in the multi-cloud. So in the coming future, and that is in 2025, you will get a job openings for cloud ops with a skill set of multi-cloud strategy. All right, this is one thing you can focus on. Second thing is on edge computing. Now edge computing works on IoT, which nobody knows about it. I mean, very people less aware of it. Now let's say you guys are in somewhere outside your home, right? Let's say you are somewhere in US, you've gone to the trip. From the US, you have to control the devices which is there in your home, right? Your TV, your fridge, or whatever electronic. How do you do it? Is by IoT, right? That works on something called edge computing. that you will learn in the course, right? So this edge computing is will be running in the cloud. Okay, you can use cloud technology to emphasize this edge computing. Okay, there will be huge job opportunity on edge computing. All right, and the third, the important one is your security model, right? If everyone are moving into cloud, who will take care of cloud security? There has to be some guy, right, who has to take care of cloud security. This is something gray area right now. Right now you just go and apply anywhere in UK or anything, you will get a job. Okay, so if you are not into cloud security or anything, you can focus on AI. So you already know AWS already introduced AI fundamentals, right? So you can understand how fast they are growing into the AI. So what I'm trying to say here is, instead of going, waiting and learning AI models, machine learning models, all these things runs on your cloud, guys. Okay, all these things learn on the work on the cloud technology. If you know cloud, that is the basic to start. All right, so what I'm trying to say here is, if you are perfect in the cloud technology, which we are going to learn in this course, you can aim for these jobs in 2025. Mark my words, you will get opening for this. People who are already applying for job, you can ask them. They're already open a job, something called data security, that is in cloud. We call it as DSPM. All right, so new kind of jobs are opening. So in 2025, these four will be the huge job market. Okay, for this you need to have your base ready, that is your cloud technology, where you need to be good in containerization, you need to be good in microservice, Kubernetes. Right, so all those things we will train you, everything. From this course you will be perfect cloud engineer as well as a DevOps engineer. That is the main essence which I let me come back to this. Just a second. All right. So now, if you guys, two questions are clear. What is cloud technology? Why you guys need to learn cloud technology? And now the third question I'm answering, the last one, is what you will learn. Okay. And this is the main question, right? What you guys will learn. So this is what I have planned, where we will start with the beginner from the basics, because even freshers are there. We'll start with the basics, and then we'll go with the fundamentals. Then in each services, we will go deep dive. All right, so if you see, we are not just doing the touch base. So if you take EC2, we'll talk about the meta services, dynamic data, the user data in the EC2, how you can take care of the instance profile, right, and the patch management, the session manager in the EC2. All right, so if you have, because we have hundreds of 200s of EC2 running in our AWS, how will you take care of hundreds or 200s of EC2 running in your EC2? So we have something called system administration. We have something called security management. We have something called same cloud balance. So all are deep dive sessions. So coming to the monitoring also, we're going to touch base upon the config rules, right? Because most of them are moving into the automation. Now nobody will ask you in interview what is the difference in CloudWatch and CloudTrail. No, nobody will ask. They'll ask you, how will you take the data, the log data from the CloudWatch, and how will you, write a rule to send it to the your Splunk or any tool? How will you do it? These kind of scenario questions they'll ask, which you will be learning in the course. All right, and same goes to your managed services, right? And VPC, it's like a base, like a pillar of your course. If you don't know VPC, you can't do anything in cloud, right? Many people know it. So in VPC we have lot many sessions, in VPC. It's just looks simple, but we're gonna do lot many practicals. And talking about S3, people will only teach you how do you might have learned how do you upload object, how do you enable the encryption, right? But apart from that, we have lot many things to do in S3. You can host your website, you can do the life cycle management of your objects which is in S3, which you can save the costing. And how do you do the backup of the S3, right? And you have something called S3 pre-signed URL, right? Where you use this feature, when you can use it, All right, so all you will be learning with an example, with all the demo. All right, and coming to the IAM part, this is a very, very, very crucial role. People who knows mostly what is IAM user, IAM role, right? No, that's not it. IAM, you can play around with IAM, guys, right? Like SCP policies, how you can play around with SCP policies, right? And how, if you want to integrate your Microsoft, right? Because all of the companies have Active Directory. If you want to integrate that Active Directory into your AWS IAM, how you will do it, right? All those things. And we have something called permission boundary, IAM access analyzer, right? So if you want to see how many IAM users have been active, if they are using or not, right? So we have vast concepts to cover, like role based access control, attribute based access control, right? What is the difference in role based and attribute based? Now we are going always with attribute based access control. Okay, so what is it? Attributes, how you will give attribute based access control, that all you will learn in the IAM section, right? And along with all those things, databases, your storage services, for everything you have projects. I mean, you have some assignments you guys should be doing it, right? I will give you that assignments. If you want, if you guys want, we can do it on the class, or you guys can do it at home. If you guys need any assistance, right, I'll be helping you with the assignments as well. So assignments, I'll show you the assignments as well. Just uh, I'll just share my screen. I'll show you what all assignments you guys will be getting it. That is your projects. All right, so if you guys see my screen, so I have designed this project, right, only to make you guys very strong in AWS. All right, so oh, you okay, you will be deploying 3-tier project. So this project contains all the information step by step. And if you want to automate your EBA, all these things you can put it in your resume. If they ask in interview, if you say how you have deployed this, then done, you will be the top priority in the job. All right, so how do you automate the containers, right? How do you monitor the alerts? How do you set up it? All you have step by step, which usually you don't get in the DevOps. Okay, DevOps project is different, guys. I'm talking about AWS only. Only in AWS you are getting these many things. If you want to integrate your Azure services to AWS, right? If you want that project, even that we have designed, right? Azure to AWS migrations, right? So all those things, see, EC2 monitoring, the global peering. Few of the projects I will be explaining in the class. Few of them I will be giving you as a home task. You can do it at home whenever you guys require assistance. We can discuss in the class. All right. So this is we only have few. I'm still designing, right, based on the real scenarios what I get day to day on my task. I'm designing and I'm preparing this document. I have taken a lot of time for this. Trust me, you will learn a lot many things in this. Okay, so all these things, see, step by step, along with the architecture, you will get step by step. I'm just showing you the overview. Just imagine, by learning all these things, just if you mention only 5 projects in your resume, that is like more than enough. All right. So, and if you want help with the resume also, we have some set of resume that I'll be sharing for the reference at the end of the course. All right, so any doubt in the cloud, guys? AWS and cloud, anything else you guys are looking for which we can add it in the course? So this course, AWS course, you getting trained for solution architect associate. So at the after the end of the course, you can take exam immediately. All right, that much we're gonna give you the training.
Hey, hi, Sam here.
Hi, Sam.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Hello.
Yeah, Sam, you are audible. Please go ahead. Hello.
You're on mute, Sam.
Okay. Question maybe it's not, there may be nonsense of type question. So, what would be the future for cloud? and for data.
Cloud
If
and
as a for long term
data.
point of view, yes. I'm just thinking for long term, not for the 2 to 3 years point of view.
Yes, that's what, if you have seen my presentation now, what will be the 2025 future, right? So now, what they are doing is, now since all the datas have been moved into cloud, they are opening a new domain as a data thing in the cloud. Okay, so now they started complete, even in the cloud. So one who knows the cloud properly, so they will take you and they'll put you in the data security domain. Not only security, complete everything about data, data management, how you are managing the encryption, how you are managing your PI data, right? How you are managing the TLS encryption, and how the data, where they're in the CI/CD pipeline, how you're migrating to, AWS to Azure, right? This is something complete different domain in the cloud itself. We call it as data engineer or data thing. So it has a really good future, because most of the data getting ingressed into cloud, they need a separate vertical, separate engineer to take care only on the data.
And what is the prerequisite for that?
Because see, all the datas are there in the cloud, right? So all the datas now from on premises, they've come into the cloud. So you should know cloud better. That means, now let's say your data is in EBS volume, they'll ask you, okay Sam, there is some data in EBS volume, just take care of the data and make sure the patch update, the OS is, everything is fine, the encryption is fine or not, just take care of it. When they give you such kind of task, you only, if you know the cloud, okay, EBS is a cloud service, only if you know that, then only you can go and work, because they all are running on cloud, right? So the main prerequisite is to learn the cloud technology. Once you are good at cloud technology, you can get into any domain.
All right.
uh, is your question got answer, Sam?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, don't worry. We will be giving you, okay, based on the interest of your domain, we will be giving you the insights how you can grow inside it, right? How you can improve your resume on it. We'll be giving you insight as well, and which certification, right? Coming to only data thing, which certifications are good, which one to do it. Okay, as the course goes, I'll be giving you the insights on it. All right. Yes, Obo, you have raised your.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. My question it's just two questions. First of all, is this training gonna be for someone with no IT background, or is it only for advanced level? And secondly, is it gonna require some like require for one to know like programming language?
All right, that's a really good question, Abo. All right, this course prerequisite is for anyone, as I explained, irrespective of your domain, even if you are a proper
Mhm.
professional guy or even if you are a non-IT guy, right? It is for both. All right, so how it is for both? Because the guy who is in his professional, he requires advanced skill set. He can learn cloud and he can get a good promotion, or he can switch job, he will get good job project and all. The guy who is from non-IT, if he knows the cloud, complete cloud, right? So you can get into cloud related jobs, like we have three things: cloud ops, cloud engineer, and cloud DevOps. All right, these three are in huge demand. You can get into these three jobs. Talking about the coding, no, you don't require any coding at all, any coding language, just scripting is enough. That you will be getting trained. Naveen will train you on that. Just scripting is enough. You don't require any coding knowledge for this course, because AWS, the main funda of the AWS cloud, they have designed in such a way anyone should learn cloud. That's why they made it so simple, so easy for everyone. They don't want to make it complicated. It's very simple. Okay, don't worry, it will be easy. You guys will able to grasp it.
So in terms of the automation, do we need to know all the automation tools like Jenkins, Ansible, Kubernetes, Docker, all of that? Never.
That
Adil,
you will get.
Adil, Yeah, let me answer to this question, Adil. Obo. So all these tools will be covering in the DevOps course. Okay, so the second part of the course will be related to DevOps, where I will be covering the CI/CD tools like Jenkins and Harness. We can automate the software development and software deployment process, right? And when it comes to infrastructure management, so we are going to use Terraform for the infrastructure provisioning. And when it comes to the configuration, although it's not a mandatory tool that we have to know the configuration, right? So and we are not covering Ansible, but however, we can also like manage that configuration part from the AWS itself, and also we can do it with some sort of shell scripting and Python automation. Okay. So I will show you like once we finish the DevOps overview, I will explain like what all tools will be covering in this course. So after that, if you have any questions related to the DevOps, you can like go ahead and ask. Okay.
Okay.
But for
All right.
now, if
No
you have
problem.
any questions related to the cloud computing part, Adil can help you on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so does it mean for one to be familiar with AWS environment, we can, like, one can actually secure the job even as a cloud engineer without having to know all those automation tools, like to be successful?
A cloud engineer, if you are getting into the cloud engineer, a little bit of automation is required. You should know a
Oh,
little bit because the main job task of cloud engineer, BAU work, so they'll give you to integrate in SecOps. They'll give you a few
mhm.
tasks. Okay, any like a routine task, they'll ask you to do it automation, right? So you require
Okay.
some automation knowledge. Yeah, for
All right.
cloud ops, you don't require.
Okay. No problem. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now this is the end of the first part, that is AWS. The second part is all about DevOps, right? So you will get to know what is DevOps. Naveen will take you that. Yeah, yeah, Sam. Hello, Sam. You wanted to ask me something?
Yes. So how the cloud and DevOps are differentiated? Can I learn directly DevOps without cloud, or cloud is must to learn the DevOps?
We will discuss that, sir.
That's
Okay.
what you will get to know now. You will
Okay.
get to know.
You
We
will
have some
understand.
small
You will
questions.
understand. We'll
All
take
right.
your questions at
Yeah,
the end of
Naveen,
the.
please. Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Adil. So others like you, if you still have any questions on AWS or DevOps or both, so we can have the discussion at the end of the class. Okay. So Adil, can you go on mute? Yeah, thank you. So I hope my voice is clear, right, everyone? Can you just raise your hand if I'm audible?
Yes, Naveen.
Yes. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Everyone, please go on mute. Sandeep, 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 do you have any questions now?
Uh, Hi, yes, I have one question actually.
Mm-hmm.
See, basically, I came here to see your teaching methodology, means how you are going to teach the cloud here.
Mm-hmm.
See, the concepts of cloud, because I have bit knowledge about that, and from many websites, many YouTubes, from there we can teach. But I would like to see more scenario-based, project-based teaching over here. So that side I would like to see, means how you are going to teach. So if it could be good, you just elaborate that side. Ki this is my way to teach, project based or scenario based, please.
Definitely, Sandeep, definitely. So before that, may I know like about your experience and the education background, like how much experience you have, like in which domain you're currently working?
Basically, I am a project manager,
Mm-hmm.
and I have knowledge in the cloud side, DevOps side. But yes, now I am looking to do hands-on in the technology side. So basically, I'm to the project management since last 6 to 7 years. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm looking to get into the more technical side. I'm just looking to change. Okay, let move. I just get bored with the project management. I would like to do some more hands-on in the cloud and DevOps side.
Fine.
So
So you're saying that you have worked for the DevOps and AWS project, but you don't have the real-time hands-on experience, right? You are into the project management.
yes, of course, being a project manager, I involved in every stages in the project, right? So I know what's going on. But
Understood.
yes, I'm more fascinated to do myself, hands-on.
Understood, Sandeep. Yeah, I totally got you. We'll discuss that. Okay. So, before we start the DevOps overview, let me just give a brief introduction about myself. My full name is Navin Upala. So, I'm from Hyderabad. So, I have total 7 years of experience in IT industry. So, initially, I started my career in Accenture in 2016 into non-technical domain. So, um, because I was a very average student or dull student, I would say, in my BTech. Okay, so my percentage was 58%. I couldn't able to get the job in the placements. But then after I joined Accenture into the Google mapping. I hope most of you know Google mapping, digital marketing, reviewing the ads, right? So for that job, there is no percentage criteria. So I entered into the non-technical domain. Slowly, I have done some technical courses online, similarly like one-on-one courses in the online. So first I started with Excel, then Power BI, and then data science, machine learning, and then finally like 4 years ago I started cloud computing, 4 to 5 years back, AWS and DevOps, and from last 5 years I'm working in the same domain, AWS and DevOps. Okay, so recently I switched my company from TCS. Previously I was working in TCS as a DevSecOps engineer, AWS DevSecOps engineer. Right now I'm working in a product-based company as a same like AWS DevSecOps engineer, right? So here my main motive, me and others motive is whatever the struggles we faced, right, to enter into the technical role. So technical role here into means we are talking about the AWS and DevOps, right? Maybe people who are already into the, let's say like Sandeep, project management, or some people were already working into networking background, testing background, development background, and they want to enter into the emerging technologies like cloud computing and the DevOps, right? So for them, because we will not rush up the things, so we will try to explain the topic each and everything in very detail. Okay, so until like each and every person understands the particular topic, will not move to the new topic, right? Even if the course get extended, we are fine with that. It's not like if we are telling 75 days, we'll not try to close it 75 days. Even if it is taking more than 75 days, extra 5 days, 10 days, we are still fine with that. Okay, the main agenda is we are not money minded people. First, the the main thing is first we want to let you know we are not doing this just for the sake of money. Yeah, I understand we are all are working for earning money, but still we want you people to help in like growing your career. So that gives us like happiness, right? Because me and Adil are working like in a good company, we're getting good salaries, we are happy with our like income what we are getting, but at the same time we both are passionate about training. First thing, it's not like in the outside we have training issues where we just go 1 hour and teach that 1 hour and come back to home. No, right? Because we will be the direct point of contact for you, so you can directly call us if you have any questions. Okay, so Aditya, yeah, you can drop off. So if you have any questions, we can have that discussion later, so you can reach out to Adil, right? So yeah, this is what I want to say. So let's start with DevOps first. So I will try to explain what exactly is DevOps. Okay, and then we'll move to the next topics like what you will be expecting from the course and what type of jobs you can apply, right? How that cloud computing is related to the DevOps. Okay, so directly I will jump into the practical explanation without wasting any time. Right. So in a software industry, right?
Navin, are you sharing your screen?
Just a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is my screen visible?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me open this page. Right. So you take any industry in the software field, we have machine learning, ML, AI, and SDLC, software development lifecycle, right? And we have cyber security. So we have different domains, IoT, right? Blockchain. So like Adil mentioned, in each of this domain, like be it artificial intelligence based software development lifecycle means we have project management, we have testing. Okay. I hope most of you heard about this testing, manual testing, automation testing, right? And database developers, database administrators, database developers, okay? And DevOps engineers. Sorry for the bad handwriting, guys. So testing, DBA, database developers, DevOps engineers, developers. So in the developers, again, we have front-end developers, back-end developers like React.js, so Java developers, Python developers, okay? So all this comes under the software development life skills. Scrum Master, all this comes under software development life cycle. So in each of this domain, right now, most of the people are including with cloud computing. It can be AWS, it can be Azure, it can be Google, okay? And here, one of the advantages cloud is if you learn one cloud technology, let's say like AWS, you can able to work on Azure as well. It's just the terminology is different. So some services will be different, but end of the day, process-wise, everything is same. Because why I'm answering this, few people might have this question. Naveen, let's say if I'm learning this AWS DevOps course, will I be able to apply for the Azure jobs? Will I be able to work directly on the Azure DevOps jobs? Okay. So I would say with minimal efforts, you can able to work. It can be Alibaba, Cloud, everything is same, right? So in each and every domain, cloud has become the mandatory skill these days. Okay. Now, why are we choosing only DevOps? Why not AIML? Why not cybersecurity with cloud? Why not like database with cloud? Because DevOps is something which is easy to learn, easy to understand, and easy to adapt. Okay. So being a fresher or being a like non-technical guy, being a technical guy, so it's easy to learn because DevOps contains all the tools. It's a process actually. DevOps is nothing but process. It's not a testing tool. It's not a programming language. Okay, it's not a database engine. Okay, it's a combination of like philosophies or methodology. It's a process actually, right? Now in this process, whatever the tools that we use, right, like Jenkins, okay, GitHub, Terraform, right, Kubernetes, Harness, so etc. So we have many other tools. So I'm going to cover the most of the important tools which are currently in demand in the market. Okay, so because we are doing some like research on the jobs from the last 6 months, 1 year, like what are the tools which are in the demand for the DevOps roles. So based on that only we have prepared this curriculum, right? So it's a process of using all these tools to speed up the software development lifecycle. So what is the purpose? We are using all these tools to speed up software development lifecycle. Now let's try to understand what is this software development lifecycle. Okay, now I mentioned DevOps is something, it's a process or philosophy or methodology which will help us in speeding up the software development lifecycle. But first of all, what is SDLC? Let's try to understand this. Okay, we'll take the example of Flipkart application. Most of you would know, right? Amazon, Flipkart. Let's take Amazon. Amazon is a global company, right? It's not specific to India. So we have Amazon in all over the world, right? Now, Amazon is a e-commerce website. E-commerce website, right? So let's assume we have Sandeep, right? Now he is running a grocery store, supermarket in the offline. Okay. So Sandeep is like owner of the business here. So he's running a grocery store. Let's say he is operating from Mumbai. He's running a grocery store in the Mumbai location. Now let's assume he's doing very good at his business. Now he want to move his business to the next level. So he want to sell his groceries or he want to sell the services online. So what is the first thing that we need? So what do you think? What is the first thing that we require if you want to sell something online? What do we require first? Anyone? Any idea? Any guess? So if you want to sell something online, what do we require?
Which product we have to sell?
Yeah, so products and else fine. So you already have the products, right? But
We need a marketplace or a website.
Website,
Website.
application.
perfect. Great. Yeah. Thank you so much for answering. So I want you people to be interactive so that like it will be interesting for you as well, right? Okay, so if you don't know, that's still fine. Just give it a try. If it is wrong, that's completely fine. Okay, so if we want to if we want to sell something online, first we need a website, right? Now what Sandeep will do, because he is not a technical guy, right? So he just owns the business, but he need a website for selling his services and products on his based company. So do you know like what are the service based companies do we have in the market? Anyone?
TCS, Infosys, Kimchi.
Correct. TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, Accenture, all these are service-based companies. So what about the product-based company? Amazon, Flipkart, Microsoft, Google. So these are some of the product, and also they also provide some services. But they have their own product. Amazon has their own product. Flipkart, Apple, all these are product-based companies. Service-based companies, something like they will not have any product, but they will work for someone else. They will work for their clients. Okay. Now let's assume we have Obo, who is working as a stakeholder, right? So Oba is working as a stakeholder in Infosys. Let's take this company, Infosys. It's a Indian MNC which is operated from like many locations all over the world, right? Now what Sandeep will do, so this person will approach Obo and he will like ask like for the requirements, like sorry, not requirements. He will provide the requirements to Obo, and then he will be asking for the website. Say, hi Obo, like my name is Sandeep. I'm the owner of this grocery store supermarket. Now I want to like run my business online. So this is the website I need, and this is my budget. I can like spend this much amount of money for this project, and I have this much time to complete. I want this website to be completed, let's say 1 year or 2 years, right? And he will also share some technical requirements. So I want to like include these kind of categories in the website, so these type of services in the website, these type of groceries I want to sell, so these type of payment options or categories, whatever it might be. So he will be sharing all the requirements to this particular person. Then they will negotiate on the time period, they will negotiate on the price and everything. So they will sign the SOW, statement of work. Okay, this is an agreement actually. Okay, agreement between Obo and Sandeep. So once this SOW is signed, then what Obo will do, he will share all his technical requirements to business analyst, BA. Right, what he or she will do. So these people will interact with the client team. So let's say client Sandeep is having some technical team. Let's say Adil is one of the technical person who will be taking care of some business related things for this grocery supermarket. Okay, let's say the name of the grocery supermarket, Amazon Grocery. Okay, the name of the supermarket is Amazon Grocery. Now what Adil will do, he will continuously share the technical requirements with the BA team, and BA team will interact with the technical team of the technical team from the client side. They will gather the requirements and they will share these requirements to the development team. So let's move to the next step. So what business analyst will do here? Guys, can everyone please go on mute, please? Yeah.
Naveen, you go ahead. I'll
Sure.
take care.
Thank
Naveen,
you.
you go ahead.
Yeah. So BA will set up a call. Business analyst will set up a call with development team, and they will assign these tasks. Okay, they will assign this task to the development team. Now, this development team will be dividing the task into multiple parts. Okay, let's say group of developers. Let's say we have 3 developers working on one task and 2 developers working on one task, and like maybe 4 developers will be working on like different task. Okay, all these people are working for which project? Amazon project. Okay, now in these developers, again we have front-end developers, back-end developers. Now the process what I'm explaining, it will be same for both front-end application development and also back-end application development. People who do not know what is front-end and back-end, don't worry, we will discuss everything in detail, like what is front-end, what is back-end, different type of programming languages that we have in the front-end and back-end, everything will be explained in detail, right? So today, just try to understand what is DevOps. That is the main motive of this like session. You should understand what is DevOps by the end of this session. Okay, right. Now, so this is a development. Okay, so what we discussed till now, this is the planning. All is like the customer, the client is going to the service-based company and talking to the stakeholder, and they're like signing this agreement. Okay, so they are calling it as SOW statement of work, and the stakeholder is providing the details to the BA team, and the BA team will be interacting with the again client team for the technical requirements. They will gather the requirements. Okay, all these things comes under the planning phase. So this is a first phase in the DevOps life cycle. Right, you can see what is the first phase here? Planning stage. And then after planning is completed, developers will start writing the code. It can be front end, back end code. Okay, so this is the coding part. Okay, they are writing the code for developing that application. They're writing the code for developing that application. Let's take the Java code. Okay, so writing the Java code. But if you provide this code, let's say developers has written, all these developers have together written like 10,000 lines of code, 10K lines of Java code. So if I provide this 10,000 lines of code to the client, what he will do with that? He don't know what to do. What he need is a website. The final output is they need website. That's it. So now DevOps guy will come into the picture. Okay, so till now we discussed about the business analyst, we discussed about the stakeholder, we discussed about the client. Right now we discussed about the development. Like developers responsibility is to write the code. So do DevOps engineers should also know the development? No, it's not mandatory. So Obo has asked this question, right? Do we need to know the programming knowledge? Not required. See, however, if you have the skills, that's good, but it's not mandatory. It's good to have, but it's not mandatory. Okay, now after the development part, once like developer is done with writing the code, what do we do next? So once the developer is done with writing the code, okay, so we need to package everything into the single file. Right, we need to package everything into the single file. This single file, in the software development terminology, we call it as artifact. Okay, we call it as artifact. So in Java it will be .jar file. Okay, in .NET it will be .dll. Okay, so in React.js it will be build folder. So we are actually creating the artifact, the byproduct. Right, so let's say if you want to like prepare a biryani, right, we will be using multiple ingredients. We will be using some like vegetables and some rice, okay, oil and etc. Right, but what is the final product that we are preparing? We are preparing a dish, biryani. So here also, so we will, these developers libraries, everything, finally we are preparing some artifact file. Now when we take this jar file and run it on some server is nothing but a computer here. Okay, server is nothing but a computer, a normal computer, but with some high configuration. Okay, now what we will do, we will take this jar file and we will run this jar file on a particular server. Okay, what will happen when we run this application? Now the customers of the Amazon grocery supermarket, they can able to access that particular application. We will provide some link like amazon.com. So we will provide this link to the customers. So when this jar file is running on this particular server, so all the customers of the Amazon, they can able to access that application on their browser. Okay, so this is the workflow. So first planning, next coding, next we need to build. Okay, build means packaging everything into single file. We are calling it as build. Right, after building, before we deploy on this server, we need to test, because we cannot directly run it, right? What if there are so many issues? What if the application is not working properly? Let's say you are trying to purchase a like vegetable, purchase some vegetables, but while making the payment, it is failing. Even though you have balance in your credit card or like UPI amount, but still the payment is not happening. That means there is some bug issue in the application, not from your side, right? So testing team will be taking care of testing the application, manual testing, automation testing, regression testing. Okay, there are many types of testing. Okay, so they will testing team will takes care of all these things. Testing team. So who will perform this build? DevOps team will perform this build. Okay, who will perform this coding? Developers will write the code. 1 minute. Developers will write the code. Planning means we already discussed, like stakeholders, client, and the businesses. All these people will be included in the planning, and also sometimes the senior developers will also be there in the planning part. Okay, right. Once the testing is done, so once this artifact is created, first we will run it on the test server. We'll take this file and run this on some test server. Once this is properly tested on the test server, then we will take that artifact and run it on the production server. So this is a final server. So there are many things included in this, actually, in this life cycle. But because of that short time, I'm trying to explain only the high level overview. But later on, once you join the course, we will be discussing each and every point in detail. Even for the fresher, non-technical person, technical person, they should be able to understand each and everything clearly. Okay, so testing part will be done by testing team, and again we need to take the approval. We are calling it as release. So we need to take the approval from the client. Okay, so there will be some stakeholders working from the client side. They will be giving the release. Okay, they will be giving the approval. So we are calling it as release. We are releasing the application to customer. Who is the customer here? Sandeep is the customer. Sandeep is the client for the Infosys company. Sandeep is client for the Infosys company, right? So we need to deploy this application on the server. Then Sandeep application will be ready. So like grocery supermarket customers will be able to access that particular application. So we are calling it as deploy. We are deploying that application on the server. Okay, so release and deploy, it's almost similar, but later you will understand what exactly the difference between release and deploy. Right, it's like we are taking the approval for deploying the application. Deploy means it's a final step that you are running the application on the server. So operate. So is done. So I deployed the application. Now I can just log off. No. So we need to continuously monitor whether the application is properly working or not, whether this server is properly working or not, any CPU issues, any memory issues. Okay. All these things we need to monitor it continuously and operate. Right. And it's a continuous process. Again, if they have any issues, again, we will be informing the development team. They will make the changes in the code. Again, we will create the artifact. We will build the artifact. We will test it, release, deploy. If there are any new changes, again, developers will write the code. We will build it, test, release, deploy, monitor, operate. So it's a continuous process. It's not like we'll only do like once in a week or like once in a month. No, it depends. Whenever we have that requirement, we need to perform that task. Until we complete the project, we need to perform that task. Okay, so this is the high level overview of DevOps lifecycle. If you see here, plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. So next time if somebody asks you what is DevOps, don't tell anyone that's a combination of development operations. See, everybody knows it's a combination of development operations, but in the interview, we should not give like basic answers, not a combination of development and operations. So it's a combination of practices. If you observe here, so philosophy, practices, tools, right? Whatever the steps that we are following, nothing but DevOps here. Okay, it's a process actually, right? So it's like preparing a biryani. It's a process. It's not a product, right? But what is the final product? The dish is the final product. Here also, what is the final product? Our application is the final product. But the process of preparing that application is nothing but DevOps. Okay, so if you observe the definition, combination of cultural philosophies, practices, tools that increases the organization ability to deliver the applications and services at high velocity. That means we are trying to deliver the application to the client as soon as possible. Let's say Sandeep has came to Infosys today for this project. So we will try to speed up that application development and deployment as soon as possible, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 year, but within the given time, we will try to finish that project as soon as possible with the help of latest DevOps tools. Okay, so this is the high level overview about DevOps, because I don't want to take much time. Okay, it will be like overwhelming for you if we discuss everything in a single class. But however, if you have any questions, you can anyway like reach out to me or Adil. So you can, even at the end of the session, you can ask the doubts related to the DevOps or AWS. Okay, right. So easy to learn compared to development, database like cybersecurity, AI, ML, and other domains. Okay, so blockchain and so on so. Okay, easy to learn and also good salaries in the market. Okay, recently I switched the company from TCS to like one of the product-based company, and I got total 6 offer letters. I can also show you that. So the highest package which I got is like 32 for 6 to 7 years of experience range, and we can expect more than that. Okay, there is no fixed salary for the DevOps engineers. So because nowadays most of the companies are migrating their projects from on-prem to physical servers, sorry, cloud servers. Okay, the cloud part will be explained by Adil, because some of the students they are asking, we need DevOps but also we want certification course, and some people they're asking we need only certification, some people they're asking both. So we thought of like, let's collab and let's provide both the things in 75 to 80 days. Okay, first 30 days Adil will be explaining all the AWS services which will be helpful for you to like clear the certification exam, both cloud practitioner and the solution architect. And I will be covering the DevOps practical based. So I will not be discussing the theory part. Okay, next 45 days will be completely practicals. So we will be discussing like how to deploy the front end application, back end application, database application on the AWS platform. First 30 days you will learn what are the AWS services, like how to use it. Okay, you will understand the intermediate knowledge, intermediate to like advanced knowledge, right? You will get the intermediate to advanced level knowledge. But able to like deploy the application, three-tier architecture, three-tier architecture. Okay, so three-tier architecture means front end, front end, back end, and in this course you will be deploying the front end on the ECS cluster, Elastic Container Service, right? And backend we will be deploying on the Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS cluster. Okay, database we are going to use RDS, relational database system in AWS. Okay, and then we will create a connection between these three. Okay, it's a complete full stack project. So people who want to work on the real time based project, okay, because I have like total 5 years of experience in AWS DevOps. Whatever the projects which I worked on till now, right, in the previous companies and the current company, with the based on that I prepared this curriculum. And if you can learn these topics properly on a regular basis, and if you practice regularly, and after the course completion I will take 2 to 3 mock interviews for each and every person, one-on-one sessions or like group sessions. Once you complete the mock interviews, we can prepare the resume, because we have purchased the paid services from the Naukri for the resume preparation, right? It's not like we are giving a random template. No, we have like paid services. We are providing you like industry acceptance resume, CV. Okay, so we will prepare you for that, and then you can start applying for the interviews. Okay, so when it comes to the interview preparation, I will give 100% my best. Okay, so if you attend at least 90% of the classes throughout the course, and if you are performing like whatever the assignments that we are providing to you, okay, if you give, see, simple words, if you are giving best, definitely you will get a job. That assurance I can give. So if you're not attending the classes regularly, if you're, let's say if you're just attending 50%, 40% of the classes, and if you're not doing any assignments, if you're not practicing regularly, please don't join this course. This is not for you. Okay, guys, people who are really interested, only those people can join this course. please join. Think that I'm talking like harshly, but it's the thing that because we know like how important money is. Even 22,000 matters a lot for you all guys, right? So if you are paying that money, make use of it. So if you feel that I cannot spend at least 40 minutes per day for practice, or like in a week, if I cannot spend like 3 to 4 hours, I'm not saying per day, per week, if you cannot spend 3 to 4 hours for practice, then don't join this course. So don't waste the money. But if you are really passionate and interested, and if you are willing to learn, we can assure that you will definitely get a job. That assurance we will give you. That responsibility we will take care of you.
Okay, thanks, Navin. It was a really good session. Few students have questions. Q&A. We
Sure,
can
sure, sure.
start Q&A. Yeah,
Sure.
Sam, Sandeep.
Yes, so I will go first. So you have mentioned like front end, back end, database, and I'm completely non-IT background. So
Mhm.
how can I accommodate the things which are in the cloud and DevOps?
Uh,
So do we need to learn the things first and then join your course? So
Not required, Sam. So as Adil mentioned, there are no prerequisite for learning this course. Here, if I'm mentioning front end, back end means like it's not a development. Okay, so we are not going to learn the front end development or back end development, sir. So we are going to do the deployment process, not the development process. Okay, so don't worry about the like prerequisites for this course. Not required. Yeah.
and you ask, are they
Mhm.
picking how we get that service based and product based companies? Like you said, you switch from the service to product and into product based company, right? Yeah. So how you switch
Product
from
based. Mhm, mhm.
service to product, and if I suppose I complete this course and I want to join the service or product, so what
See,
should be the
yeah, so
yeah
basically
preference?
there is no specific requirements for the applying for service or product based companies, sir. Okay, let's say if you have like good knowledge and the practical like experience or hands on experience, right? You can just apply for like both service and product based companies, and based on the like offer letters that you get, you can choose like which company you want to go with, service or products. Okay, but there is no separate preparation for the service based company or product based. But yeah, but if you want to apply for like a top tier product based companies like Microsoft, Amazon, right? They will be expecting very like deep technical knowledge, like data structures, DSA, okay, design patterns and all these things. Like Google, Microsoft, right? These companies they will be expecting a lot. Okay.
Hmm. Now I just open the Naukri.com.
Mhm.
So I just search for the DevOps engineer. So I get a lots of company which are in service base,
Mhm.
like TCS, Infosys, Accenture, that I'm able to see on Tech Mahindra also.
Mhm.
So for the product base, there is separate portal, or how the product based company you join.
No, no. So because you can also get calls from the Naukri also for the product-based companies. Okay, it's not like we should only apply from the portal. But both for service and product, you need to apply from the portal and as well as through like LinkedIn or Naukri recruiting portals. Okay. But you will also get a calls because most of the product-based companies they don't advertise directly in the portals. Okay, but they have their own dedicated team who will be using the LinkedIn and Naukri, and by looking at your profile, they will directly contact you.
Exactly, correct. So they'll see your resume, portfolio, how you have shown yourself in the resume, and they'll call you personally to your number.
All right, clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Navin, I think Sri Patil has asked some question in the chat. You can.
But they want
Hello.
to work in the SBC or both in PBC. What is SPC? I didn't get your questions, Patil. SBC means you mean service based company?
Yeah, correct.
No, it's not like that. Okay, so DevOps is used in like any type of company, not only service, like not specific to service or product. Both service and product, both. Because even for their own product, they have to develop that application, software development. They need to not just for the service based, both service and product.
Hello. I have also one question.
Yeah, Sandeep.
My question is regarding basically when you are going to start a batch, and
Mhm.
in that batch you have
some people like me and some people like who is totally from the non-IT background.
Right.
So how you guys will keep the pace of batch? Because the person who is like me, they wanted the the pace of batch should go on the bit fast, and the people who is non-IT background, where you have to teach from the very basic.
Basics, right.
So it kind of means, for example, the person who is like me, who will be feel very lazy, the batch is not going fast and all. So my question is that means how you guys are make a balance.
Understood, Sandeep. Because most of the people they will be from the non-technical freshers and like a mid-level experience, right? People, I mean, let's say if 10 people are joining in the batch, so 7 to 8 will be from non-technical or from technical different domain, like non-cloud or non-DevOps. Okay, because we cannot go with that faster pace because they will not be like catching up the things, right? So we need to like maintain that balance. I mean, we will be covering the basics also, but we'll go little slower pace. So whatever that we require for even the 5-6 year experienced candidates, we'll also cover concepts. Okay, but if you are specifically asking about the pace, we have to go little slow. But Adil, like to add any other thoughts about it?
Yes, Navin, agreeing to what you said. So what we have is Sandeep, we have some game day sessions and all. So that means at the end of the each topic, we will be giving you some practical scenarios. End of the each topic, you will be very confident about it, right? So it is completely like a game day session. That means within some time, I'll give you half an hour to solve it and give. So whoever finishes first, you will be getting some points, and then at the end of the course, who has the highest points will be giving them some Amazon voucher and all. So that is there. That is part of the course, just to make it interactive.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
So that Sandeep can get highest score, since you already be knowing all the answer. You'll be able to get the
No, that's
yeah.
okay, but it sometimes it
Yeah,
feels
I
kind of means because the person knows he want the syllabus should covered
I
as soon
totally
as,
understand. That's
right?
why we
It's all about the patience sometimes. So that's the reason. If you get engaged the person in some other way, it will be
yeah.
good.
So yeah, Sandeep, let's say what we basically do is for the people who are like practicing regularly and who are like very good at like that we provide we'll be providing that additional assignments. Okay, so if you have time, you can like work on that real time
Yes,
problem.
this is exactly we over the YouTube, but there is no real-time interaction. So the interaction means
Correct,
where
correct.
the trainer should understand each and every candidate, and according to that, the trainer must engage the students. So this is what exactly needed here when this kind of training is organized, right?
Right.
So if
But
you guys doing that kind of practices, it's really good. Otherwise, we have in the beginning good patience, but with the time, we started losing it because a very simple terms is going to be explained over there. So
Mhm.
I don't know means how you guys will engage it. And my suggestion is there are two suggestion. One is make a batch of people, means some of like a non-IT background, some of with the IT backgrounds. Then you just can keep the same pace, right? Otherwise, try
in the
Sure,
date.
sure. But before
Uh,
that, do anybody still have any questions?
Akshay, Akhilesh, you guys raised hands, right?
Binu Phillips here actually. Able to hear me?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm a DevOps engineer and I'm a cloud engineer. Actually, what happened means 6 years, 6 months back, I lost my job and I'm searching for jobs. Till now, I didn't get job because mostly they are asking for Ansible, Kubernetes, and those kind of tools actually. So I didn't work on those tools actually.
Mhm.
So I have worked on AWS, Jenkins, Bitbucket, Git, and those kind of and I'm not that much good right now because it's like almost 6 months and I don't have any hands-on, and I'm still waiting for an opportunity to come in. So I want some help from your end also that I can clear the interview. So are you guys going to help me or our teams that with scenario like questions and everything answers?
See, like if you already have that knowledge and experience, right? So we can directly like give you some project sessions, project explanation sessions on the weekends. Okay. So then after that, you can start applying for the jobs. We will be taking the mock interviews. We'll prepare well on the topics which are asking right now in the market, Kubernetes and the CI/CD pipelines, monitoring part and all. So Ansible is something that we are not covering as of now, but because we cannot say that Ansible has become the mandatory because recently I've attended so many interviews. Okay, it's not mandatory, Imran. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah, correct, correct. But Kubernetes, they are asking
Kubernetes.
normally
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Docker,
Docker.
Kubernetes, and those. Yeah,
Correct. Yes, I agree. Docker, Kubernetes, CI/CD. These three are mandatory tools for the DevOps engineer. Okay.
correct, correct.
So I can directly explain you the project on the weekend sessions. Okay, if you already have like technical knowledge and experience, and we will discuss that. Okay, you can take my number from R, so we can have the discussion of this.
Sure, sure. That will be great because it's like if there is any payment also, I don't have any issue to pay you guys. But I want to clear some interviews so that I can get into my means my I was working in enable data, but because of the job move to US, they have removed me. Means like it was like pink slip to me. So, and my salary is a huge salary, means not huge, but compared to if 6 years guy, the salary is huge right now. That's the reason also people are not coming back and taking
Understood.
with me actually.
Understood.
We can discuss this after the call with Imran. Naveen.
But it looks very surprising for me